second type of compound inequality is the AND inequality. So for this one, how do I know it's an AND? There are two ways. The first way is if there's an AND in between the two inequalities. So two inequalities with the AND in between. Let's focus on this one first. Just like in the OR, we solve them each separately. So I'm going to add 1 to both sides, and I get 3x is greater than negative 27. Divide by 3 to get rid of the coefficient. So x is greater than negative 9. That's one piece. The second piece, I'm going to subtract 7 from both sides. So I get 2x is less than 12. And divide by 2 to eliminate my coefficient. So I get x is less than 6. What does this look like on the number line? Very easy. So first we have our number line. Our two anchors are negative 9 and 6. Be sure you put them in the correct order on the number line. At negative 9, we're going to have an open circle because it can't be equal to negative 9. And this inequality tells me that I'm going to go this way. I'm going to go to the right. The second inequality, x is less than 6, again, open circle. And this one tells me I'm going to go to the left. So in the case of an AND inequality, alright, we're going to color in between the two. When it's coming towards each other, in between the two. It has to satisfy both of the inequalities. So it has to be greater than negative 9, and it has to be less than 6, right? So anything between negative 9 and 6 satisfies that particular inequality. Now, the second kind, you won't see an AND. Instead, we're going to see an inequality that has two inequality signs. So this tells me that I have an AND inequality. You can separate this into two separate inequalities if you can so choose and then solve. Personally, I like to think of it as a three-way inequality. It's got three parts to it. I want to focus on the middle because the middle is where my variable is. Again, to eliminate things that are non-variable. I'm going to add 4 to both sides, and because there are three pieces, I have to add it 3 times. So negative 6 plus 4 is negative 2, is less than 2x, is less than 12, and 4 is 16. Again, I want to get rid of my coefficient, so I divide by 2. So I get negative 1 is less than x is less than 8. Okay? So instead of separating it out, which I can do, all I did was solve it as though it had 3 pieces. And again, we're going to look at graphing this. Okay? Negative 1 and 8. The great thing about this is negative 1 is smaller than x, smaller than 8. Think of it this way. The great thing is that if the inequality signs are pointing towards the left, then you just graph it the way it looks here. So at negative 1, we're going to have an open circle. At 8, we're going to have an open circle. And then we're going to color in between. Okay? So color in between. And this is simple as that. So those are the two different kinds of AND inequalities that you can have. Be careful. Make sure that you read the inequality carefully to see which kind it is. AND inequalities go towards the center, or inequalities go away from the center. Okay?